sure how many chapters this book has, but I'm pretty sure that we are probably more than likely almost done. So we probably have like 1 or 2 more chapters left. I really don't know. I also don't know what to expect from this chapter because Ryle knows about the baby. Pretty much everyone knows about the baby at this point. Ryle's back also. They had their little moment. They talked it out, but they didn't talk it out, but they each said their piece. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this chapter. But let's just get into it. We literally have like nothing left. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chapter 31. Mom. So her mom is texting her. I miss you. When am I going to see you? I stare at the text. It's been 2 days since Ryle found out I'm pregnant. I know it's time to tell my mother. I'm not nervous about telling her I'm pregnant. The only thing that scares me is discussing my situation with Ryle with her. So then she texts her mom back. Miss you too. I'll come over tomorrow afternoon. Can you make lasagna? As soon as I close out the text to her, I get another incoming text. So this one's from Alyssa. Come upstairs and eat dinner with us tonight. It's homemade pizza night. I haven't been to Alyssa's in a few days, since before Ryle came home. I'm not sure where he's staying, but I assume it's with them. The last thing I want right now is to have to be in the same apartment as him. So then she texts back Alyssa, who all will be there. Alyssa texts back, Lily, ... I wouldn't do that to you. He's working until 8 tomorrow morning. It'll just be the 3 of us. Okay. She knows me all too well. I text her back and tell her I'll come over as soon as I finish up with work. What do babies eat at this age? We're all seated around the table. Riley was asleep when I got here, but I woke her up so I could hold her. Alyssa didn't mind. She said she doesn't want her wide awake when she's ready to go to bed. Breast milk, Marshall says with a mouthful, but sometimes I stick my finger in my soda and put it in her mouth so she can taste it. Marshall, Alicia yells. You better be kidding. Totally kidding, he says, though I can't tell if he really is. But when do they start eating baby food? I ask. I figure I need to learn this stuff before giving birth. Around 4 months, Alyssa says with a yawn. She drops her fork and leans back in her chair, rubbing her eyes. You want me to keep her at my place tonight so you guys can get a full night's sleep? Alyssa says, no, it's fine. At the same time, Marshall says, that would be awesome. I laugh. Really? I live right downstairs. I don't work tomorrow, so if I don't get any sleep tonight, I can just sleep in tomorrow. Alyssa looks like she's contemplating it for a moment. I could leave my cell phone on in case you need me. I look back down at Riley and grin. Did you hear that? You get to sleep over with Aunt Lily. With everything Alyssa is throwing in her diaper bag, it looks like I'm about to take Riley on a trip across the country. She'll let you know when she's hungry. Don't use the microwave to heat up the milk. Just put it in. I know, I interrupt. I've made her like 50 bottles since she's been alive. Alyssa nods and then walks over to her bed. She drops the diaper bag down beside me. Marshall is in the living room feeding Riley one last time. So Alyssa lies down beside me on the bed while we wait. She props her head up on her hand. Do you know what this means? She asks. Know what? I get to have sex tonight. It's been 4 months. I crinkle up my nose. I didn't need to know that. She laughs and falls down on her pillow, but then she sits straight up. Shit, she says, I should probably shave my legs. I think it's been 4 months since I did that too. I laugh, but then I gasp. My hands move quickly to my stomach. Oh my god, I just felt something. Really? Alyssa puts her hand on my stomach, and we're both quiet for the next 5 minutes as we wait for it to happen again. It does, but it's so soft, it's almost unnoticeable. I laugh again as soon as it happens. I didn't feel anything, Alyssa says, pouting. I guess it'll be a few more weeks before you can feel it from the outside. Is this the first time you felt it move? Yeah, I've been scared I was growing the laziest baby in history. I keep my hands on my stomach, hoping to feel it again. We sit quietly for a few more minutes, and I can't help but wish my circumstances were different. Ryle should be here. He should be the one sitting beside me with his hand on my stomach, not Alyssa. The thought almost takes away all the joy I'm feeling. Alyssa must notice because she puts one of her hands on mine and squeezes. When I look at her, she isn't smiling anymore. Lily, she says, I've been wanting to say something to you. Oh God, I don't like the sound of her voice. What is it? She sighs and then forces a gloomy smile. I know you're sad that you're going through this without my brother. No matter how involved he is, I just want you to know that this is going to be the best thing you've ever experienced in your life. You're going to be a great mom, Lily. This baby is really lucky. I'm glad Alyssa is the one in here right now because her words make me laugh, cry, and snot like a hormonal teenager. I hug her and tell her thank you. It's amazing how hearing those words gives me back the joy I was feeling. She smiles and then says, now go get my baby and take her away from here so I can have some sex with my filthy rich husband. I roll off the bed and stand up. You sure know how to bring lividity into a situation. I'd say it's your strong point. She smiles. That's what I'm here for. Now go away. And that's chapter 31. That was really short, so you already know what we're doing. Let's head straight into chapter 32. Chapter 32. Of all the secrets I've held over the last few months, I'm the saddest about keeping everything from my mother. I don't know how she'll take it. I know she'll be excited about the pregnancy, but I don't know how she'll feel about me and Ryle splitting up. She loves Ryle, and based on her history with these types of situations, she'll probably find it very easy to accuse his behavior and try and convince me to take him back. And based on her history with these types of situations, she'll probably find it very easy to excuse his behavior and try and convince me to take him back. And in all honesty, that's part of the reason I've been stalling this, because I'm scared there's a chance she might be successful. Most days I'm strong. Most days I'm so mad at him that the thought of ever forgiving him is ludicrous. But some days, I miss him so much I can't breathe. I miss the fun I had with him. I miss making love to him. I miss missing him. He used to work so many hours that when we would walk in the front door at night, I would rush across the room and jump in his arms because I missed him so much. I even miss how much he loved it when I would do that. It's the not so strong days when I wish my mother knew about everything that was going on. I sometimes just want to drive over to her house and curl up on the couch with her while she tucks my hair behind my ear and tells me it'll all be okay. Sometimes even grown women need their mother's comfort, so we can just take a break from having to be strong all the time. I sit in my car, parked in her driveway, for a good 5 minutes before I work up the strength to go inside. It sucks that I have to do this because I know that in a way I'll be breaking her heart too. I hate it when she's sad and telling her I married a man who might be like my father is going to make her really sad. When I walk through the front door, she's in the kitchen, layering noodles in the pan. I don't remove my coat right away, for obvious reasons. I'm not wearing a maternity shirt, but my bump is almost impossible to hide without a jacket, especially from my mother. Hey sweetie, she says. I walk into the kitchen and give her a side hug while she layers cheese over the top of the lasagna. Once the lasagna is in the oven, we walk over to the dining room table and take a seat. She leans back in her chair and takes a sip from a glass of tea. She's smiling. I hate it even more that she looks so happy right now. Lily, she says, there's something I need to tell you. I don't like this. I was coming over here to talk to her. I'm not prepared to receive a talk. What is it? I ask hesitantly. She grips her glass of tea with both hands. I'm seeing someone. My mouth drops open. Really? I ask, shaking my head. I'm about to say good, but then I grow instantly worried that she's just put herself in a similar situation she was in with my father. She can see the worry in my eyes, so she grabs my hands in both of hers. He's good, Lily. He's so good, I promise. Relief washes over me in an instant because I can see she's telling the truth. I can see the happiness in her eyes. Wow, I say, not expecting this at all. I'm happy for you. When can I meet him? Tonight if you want, she says. I can invite him over to eat with us. I shake my head. No, I whisper. Now's not a good time. Her hand squeezes around mine as soon as she realizes I'm here to tell her something important. I start with the better part of the news first. I stand up and remove my jacket she doesn't think anything of it. She just assumes I'm making myself comfortable. But then I take one of my hands and press it against my stomach. You're gonna be a grandma. Her eyes widen, and for several seconds she's stunned, speechless. But then tears begin to form. She jumps up and pulls me into a hug. Lily, she says, oh my God. She pulls back, smiling. That was so fast. Were you trying? You haven't been married very long. I shake my head. No, it was a shock, believe me. She laughs, and after another hug, we both sit down again. I try to keep up my smile, but it's not the smile of an elated, expected mother. She sees that almost immediately. She slides a hand over her mouth. Sweetie, she whispers, what's the matter? Until this moment, I fought to remain strong. I fought to not feel too sorry for myself when I'm around other people. But sitting here with my mother, I crave weakness. I just want to be able to give up for a little while. I want her to take over and hug me and tell me it's all gonna be okay. And for the next 15 minutes while I cry in her arms, that's exactly what happens. I just stop fighting for myself because I need someone else to do it for me. I spare her most of the details of our relationship, but I do tell her the most important things. That he's hurt me on more than one occasion, and I don't know what to do. That I'm scared to have this baby alone. That I'm scared I might make the wrong decision. That I'm scared I'm being too weak and that I should have had him arrested. That I'm scared I'm being too sensitive and I don't know if I'm overreacting. Basically, I tell her everything I haven't been brave enough to fully admit to myself. She retrieves some napkins out of the kitchen and comes back to the table. After our eyes are fully dry, she begins to crumple the napkins up between her hands, rolling it over in circles as she stares down at it. Do you want to take him back? She asks. I don't say yes, but I also don't say no. This is the first moment since this has happened that I'm being completely honest. I'm honest to her and to myself. Maybe because she's the only one I know who has been through this. She's the only one I know who would understand the massive amounts of confusion I've been experiencing. I shake my head, but I also shrug. Most of me feels like I'll never be able to trust him again, but a huge part of me grieves what I had with him. We were so good together, Mom. The times I spent with him were some of the best moments of my life, and occasionally I feel like maybe I don't want to give that up. I wipe the napkin beneath my eye, soaking up more tears. Sometimes when I'm really missing him, I tell myself that maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I can put up with him when he's at his worst, so I can have him when he's at his best. She puts her hand on top of mine and rubs her thumb back and forth. I know exactly what you mean, Lily. But the last thing you want to do is lose sight of your limit. Please don't allow that to happen. I have no idea what she means by that. She sees the confusion in my eyes, so she squeezes my arm and explains in more detail. We all have a limit. What we're willing to put up with before we break. When I married your father, I knew exactly what my limit was. But slowly, with every incident, my limit was pushed a little more and a little more. The first time your father hit me, he was immediately sorry. He swore it would never happen again. The second time he hit me, he was even more sorry. The third time it happened, it was more than a hit. It was a beating, and every single time I took him back. But the fourth time, it was only a slap. And when that happened, I felt relieved. I remember thinking, at least he didn't beat me this time. This wasn't so bad. She brings the napkin up to her eyes and says, every incident chips away at your limit. Every time you choose to stay, it makes the next time that much harder to leave. Eventually, you lose sight of your limit altogether because you start to think, I've lasted 5 years now. What's 5 more years? She grabs my hands and holds them while I cry. Don't be like me, Lily. I'm gonna cry, that's so sad. I know you believe he loves you, and I'm sure he does, but he's not loving you the right way. He doesn't love you the way you deserve to be loved. If Ryle truly loves you, he wouldn't allow you to take him back. He would make the decision to leave you himself so that he knows for a fact he can never hurt you again. That's the kind of love a woman deserves. came over here. Not once did I think I would come over here and learn from her. I should know better. I thought my mother was weak in the past, but she's actually one of the strongest women I know. Mom, I say, pulling back, I want to be you when I grow up. She laughs and brushes the hair from my face. I can see in the way she looks at me that she'd trade spots with me in a heartbeat. She's feeling more pain for me in this moment than she ever felt for herself. I want to tell you something, she says. She reaches for my hands again. The day you gave your father's eulogy, I know you didn't freeze up, Lily. You stood up at that podium and refused to say a single good thing about that man. I was the proudest I have ever been of you. I'm gonna cry. Why is it so sad? You were the only one in my life who ever stood up for me. You were the strongest when I was scared. I'm gonna cry. A tear falls from my eye when she says, "Be that girl, Lily.